Hey everyone, going to do another installment of albums that impacted my life. Thanks for watching the first two. This is the third one. Today, I'm going to talk about Stevie Wonder. Again, those that are close to me know that Stevie is one of my favorites, if not my favorite, along with Paul McCartney. And so how did that all happen? So the backstory is, back when Songs in the Key of Life came out around, 76, 77, my cousins Tom and Todd had the album. And they had it obviously for the two main singles, I Wish and Sir Duke. And when I would spend the night at their house, we would basically just listen to those tracks, those two tracks. And somewhere along the line, I asked if I could borrow their album. And when I took it home, then my mom and dad would play the album, a lot of side 2 and a lot of side 4. And so side 2 had I Wish, Knocks Me on My Feet, Pastime Paradise, Summer Soft, Ordinary Pain. Side 4 had I Am Singing, If It's Magic, As, and Another Star. And so I just remember, again, I probably borrowed it for like a year or so, and just loved, we didn't really listen to side 1 or side 3 at that time, though side 3 had Isn't She Lovely on it. But man, it was somehow impacting my life. Those chord progressions that I was hearing, those melodies that were happening in the song, and then when I start finally playing guitar, then I learn about Stevie chords, which is known in the music business of everybody's trying to find Stevie's chords because they're just a little different. Again, I think I've mentioned this before, that one of the great things about Stevie is he can use some more complicated chords and yet make it sound simplistic. He has the gift of melody, that when you hear one of his songs, it feels like you've known it all your life. And that's how you know somebody has that gift of melody. It's like, it's the first time you heard it, but it seems like you've always heard it, and he just has that gift in him. And so Songs in the Key of Life was what started me on my whole Stevie Wonder journey. Then from there, and at that time I probably heard, some of his hits on AM radio, like My Cherie Amour. I can remember that vaguely as a little kid. Probably Superstition and You Are the Sunshine of My Life. But Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life was the first album that really impacted me by Stevie. Again, it was a double album, actually, and then had an additional 45 inside of it with 4 more songs. It had, here was the additional part. It had Saturn and Ebony Eyes. Oh, that was a great tune. All Day Sucker and Easy Going Evening. Another great thing about this album that I used to just read over and over again, if you remember it, when you got it, you got this thing inside of it, and it had all the lyrics to every song. Had Stevie's thing at the beginning. I've never considered myself an orator nor a politician, only a person who is fortunate enough, thanks to all of you. And he goes on and on. Songs in the Key of Life is only a conglomerate of thoughts in my subconscious. And, it was signed by him and with his fingerprint. And then it had the How We Got There on the back, because everybody was waiting for that album, I guess, before it was coming out. And had all these people falling apart after all these years. Had all these different musicians that played on it. And I would just read this over and over again. I remember when I would listen to the album, brings back some memories here. Had all these the songs and then the artists or the musicians that were playing on it. And so what happened was, a few years later, my cousins had a yard sale or whatever, and they sold it. They were selling that album, so I bought it, and that's when I then became familiar with side 1 and side 3. By that time, it was all scratched up, and so in high school, I ended up buying a new one, this one of it, and so I could just listen to it all. And that led to me then buying everything that I could find of Stevie. And so that's how the whole thing of Stevie Wonder got going. So I'm going to see now, what songs can I remember from that album? Can I remember how to play any of them? Because Stevie was another one of those, like I said with the Beatles, that when I started playing guitar, I said, man, I'm going to try to learn every Beatles song. Well, Stevie's another one that I said, I'm going to try to learn every Stevie song. Again, might have over my lifetime, but as you get older, you can't remember every single song sometimes. And so I'm going to see right here, what songs can I remember? So let's see. Side one was Love's in Need of Love. That was so that was that. Have a Talk with God. Don't remember how that goes. Village Ghetto Land. Don't remember. Oh, Contusion was an instrumental. Let's see, that had that weird voicing. Nothing would. Fast part, and the chords are like then it went into Sir Duke. And then you can feel it all. Let's see, side two, I Wish. Let's see, next song was Knocks Me Off My Feet. Then Pastime Paradise. Then was Summer Soft, which I don't fully remember, which was a great song. Ordinary Pain had the major 7. Had that type of progression. Then it had that fast part. That part. Side 3. She lovely, showing inside my tears. Black Man. Let's see. Side 4 had I Am Singing. It's Magic, I don't remember. As, I don't remember. Another Star, which was a Latin song. Alright, so those are some songs. Now let me tell you what I really enjoyed. Finish up here. Side 2, like I said, the songs were just impacting me because of the chord progressions. And the main songs that I remember really enjoying were Knocks Me Off My Feet and Summer Soft, Ordinary Pain, I Am Singing on side 4, and what I just played for you, Another Star. And the great thing about Stevie with his chords is, see, like Another Star, that progression that I was just playing for you. Most musicians would do this in pop music. They would just make it like a minor 7 to a regular major, another regular major, minor 7, that type of thing. But what Stevie do, he goes F sharp minor 9, 13, D major 7, C sharp minor 7, B minor 7, C sharp 7 with the flat 9, and then back to the F sharp minor 9. So he had those more advanced pop chords going on in his songs, and that's part of the thing that draws you and I to him, is that, and then that gift of melody going on. Again, thanks for watching. So that's how the whole thing started with Stevie Wonder. It started with the Songs in the Key of Life album, and then I built up and bought every album I could by Steve. I found everything, Mexican imports, everything I could find by him, bootlegs, everything that went on. And sometime I'll share the story of when my best friend Phil Vanilla knows this story, when Stevie Wonder's brother called me on the phone one day. That was a great time.